Hello and welcome to Mud and Dust Media's review of the 2020 Yamaha YZ250X. The 2020 Yamaha YZ250X is based on the YZ250 motocross model, famous of course for getting a minimal number of updates over its 14-year lifespan. The 250X cross-country bike was first introduced in 2016. We expected to get some updates by now, but there has not been much. However, in 2017, the front disc brake was upgraded from 250mm to 270mm. The only other updates are the wheel colors. The 2016 had silver rims, the 2017 had black rims, and the 2018 through 2020 wheels have blue rims. Essentially, the YZ250X is a detuned YZ250 with a kickstand, 18-inch rear wheel and semi-wide ratio gearbox. So you might wonder, how does the YZ250X engine differ from the motocross tuned YZ250? Here is a list of differences between the YZ250X and YZ250 engine. The head volume was increased by 2.1 cc. This added volume reduced the compression ratio. The exhaust port height was raised by 0.5 mm and the power valve shape was updated to match the exhaust port height. The CDI timing has been delayed in the mid to high RPM for a broader and gentler pull. The YPVS governor spring and preload settings are softer to open the power band sooner. The YZ250X expansion chamber is different from the YZ250 pipe. It is 35mm narrower to help it keep the pipe away from tree stumps and rocks. The clutch spring rate has been reduced by 10% for easier lever pressure. On the suspension side, the YZ250X offers the same industry-leading Yamaha SS components as the YZ250, including the same spring rates front and rear. The only difference is that the internal shim stacks have been valved softer for better trail compliance. The YZ250X comes with a semi-wide ratio off-road gearbox. First and second gears are identical to first and second on the YZ250 motocross transmission. Third gear on the YZ250X is actually lower than on the YZ250, like adding one tooth to the rear sprocket, meaning that the gap between second and third is closer. Fourth gear on the YZ250X is taller than on the YZ250, like having two teeth fewer on the YZ250 rear sprocket. And with the lower third gear ratio, the jump between third and fourth gear is larger. The YZ250X's fifth gear is so tall that it's like dropping 5 teeth on the YZ250 rear sprocket. So how was the YZ250X on off-road terrain? From the start, the YZ250X focus was off-road and not motocross. So it has a good low to mid power band that is great for rocky trails, tight twisties or enduro cross obstacles, although the softer hit did hamper performance in deep sand. The very tall 4th and 5th gear ratios make the YZ250X suited to open trail and cross-country riding, where the rider can just select 4th or 5th gear and cruise. The softer suspension absorbs rocks without deflection and is well planted on slick terrain. It will, however, bottom out on bigger jumps. Unfortunately, Yamaha kept its stock YZ250 gas tank, which will be a handicap in long cross-country races or long out rides. As far as bike protection goes, you have the option from Linex Yamaha to kit the YZ250X out with a turbo swing arm, frame and handguards, bash plate and exhaust guard from Hide Protection, and disc guards, radiator braces and fork stub guards from PSP. We feel that a weighted flywheel or weighted clutch basket is an essential addition if you're planning to do more technical or hard enduro riding on the YZ250X. Our conclusion is that the 2020 Yamaha YZ250X is a good dirt bike, but it's not perfect. The best way to describe it would be a modern workhorse or jack of all trades. It can get the job done off-road or on a racetrack. Its imperfections make it the perfect bike for a guy who wants to do all kinds of riding on one 250cc two-stroke, and with minimal mods it can be made into a competitive off-road racer. For any more information regarding the 2020 YZ250X, please contact Linex Yamaha Randburg. The details will be linked below in the description of this video. Thank you for watching and tune in next week for our review on the 2020 Yamaha YZ450FX.